guys, welcome back to today's video. I am so excited. So today we are going to be doing a fall inspired makeup look, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this look. I love fall. I love like vampy lips and like bronzy smoky eyes, so I really was inspired to create this look for you guys today. Fall is definitely my favorite season. I love everything about it, from the Halloween movies to like the haunted houses to the pumpkin scented like everything and the pumpkin foods. Just fall in general is the best, and I'm really excited for the weather to drop here in Florida and just to have like that nice crisp cool breeze in the morning. So yeah, fall is definitely my favorite season, so I definitely wanted to create this look for you guys today. As always, I will be sure to link everything I use down below in the description bar, and be sure to follow me on my social media at Meredith Ashley R on both Snapchat and Instagram. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, definitely subscribe down below. It would mean the world to me. And I think that's it. Without further ado, like, let's just jump on into this video. Okay, so to get started, I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty. This is the Instant Retouch Primer. I love this. If you have oily skin, this is great. I feel like it really fills in the pores, especially around this area, and it just kind of helps my makeup to last a little bit longer, as well as help the foundation to go on a bit better. So I just kind of get a little bit of this on my finger, and I'm just going to concentrate this where my pores tend to be a little bit bigger and in my T-zone area, just because I do tend to get pretty shiny in those areas. And then once that's on, I'm next going to go in with some foundation. So I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Better Skin Foundation in the shade Nude Beige. And I don't know if they sell this anymore, guys, but I really like this foundation. I feel like it gives a pretty nice matte coverage, but it's long lasting, and it's also, did I say matte coverage? Yeah. What I was trying to say is it gives pretty good coverage, like definitely like a medium to full coverage depending on how much you build it up. And I don't know, I just like the way it feels. Like, it doesn't feel super heavy on the skin, but it definitely covers what I need it to. So I'm just going to apply a good layer or two of this on the skin. I'm trying to go for like a pretty full coverage look today. Okay, so that's all on. I definitely feel like it's like a little bit too light, but don't worry about that. I'd rather foundation be a shade or two lighter. That way you can always like deepen up your complexion with bronzer. So I'm next just going to take a little bit of concealer. My favorite is the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. This stuff is so good at brightening your under eyes. So I'm just going to pop just a little bit underneath my eyes. I don't feel like my dark circles have been too bad lately, so just a little bit. And then once you've done that, the next step, of course, is going to be to set that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of loose powder on a sponge, and I'm just going to pop that underneath my eyes just to make sure everything is like set in place. And then because I am more on the oily side, I'll just take a little bit of powder and just place it again in the areas where I tend to get kind of oily. So just like my T-zone area. I know I look crazy right now, but I promise we won't shortly. And then just a little bit on the eyelids as well. I love the Coty Airspun powder so much, but mine like broke and it makes such a mess. So I really just need to buy a new one, but there's so much product. If you guys have any ideas on how to like repackage it, because I love it, but mine, again, thing broke, so it makes such a mess every time I use it, let me know. So I just leave it on for like, honestly, like 50 seconds or less. Like, I really don't leave that on very long. I'm not really trying to bake, I guess. Like, I'm just doing a quick little thing. So I'm just gonna dust off the excess powder, and I just kind of like dust off on the entire face, just so I can get a little bit of the excess powder like on the rest of the skin, like so. And I'm actually going to work backwards today, so I'm actually going to do like my face first and then eyes last. So I'm going to start off with the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Natural Radiance Bronzer. This stuff is so good. It's in the shade Sunkissed. It just gives like a really, oh no, good thing that didn't break. But this just gives a really pretty like sun-kissed look. So I'm just going to bronze out my skin just a little bit, since I'm looking a little bit pale on the face after that foundation. Just kind of put it where, you know, the sun would naturally hit. Definitely going for like a pretty nice and bronzy look today. Not trying to look like Casper just yet. And then I'm also going to go in with a little bit of contour powder, and my favorite is my Fiona Styles one. I don't know if she still sells this one, but it's so good. So this, I just go into like the deepest color on the corner, and I'm just going to pop just a little bit into this area right here. Just chisel out my cheekbones. And then I'm also going to pop on just a little bit of blush. So my favorite blush in the fall time, and it's been this now for probably like 4 years, which is insane to say, but this is MAC's Breath of Plum. This is one of their sheer tone blushes. So it's great because you can build it up to as much as you'd like. But I like it to be a little bit more pigmented. Like in the winter and fall time, I definitely like to go a little bit heavier on my blush. Like I just really like the way it looks. I feel like it kind of just brings you back to life. Oh, it just gives like this beautiful like plum blushing color. I love it so much. And then we obviously need highlight, so I'm gonna go into my Anastasia Glow Kit. I feel like I haven't used this in forever. And I'm gonna take a Morphe R31 brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Dripping in Gold. And I'm just gonna pop this on the tops of my cheekbones. Just a really pretty like champagne golden color. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's so pretty. And then a little bit on the tip of the nose as well. And then really quick, I'm going to go and do my brows off camera just to save some time. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Dark Brown Powder Duo. And I really like this one for the fall time. I like to do my brows a little bit darker. So I'm going to use the darker side and I will be right back. Okay, so brows are on and looking cute. I am just a fan of using powder for my brows. I've always just preferred the look of that. I have really dark brows, so it's easy for it to go too intense too quickly. So I just feel like powder looks the best and most natural and I love it. So I really like the Anastasia Brow Powder Duos. They're great. Okay, so now onto the fun part. I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit closer so you guys can see the shades on the eyes a bit better. So today I'm going to be taking the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I'm obsessed with this. I think it's beautiful, especially for the fall time. Like the colors just scream fall to me. Like they're very neutral and brown and bronzy and pretty. So we're going to create a look using this today. The first color I'm going to jump into is a really pretty just like transition brown color. It's the color Smarty Pants, which is right here. Is that it? Yep. And I'm just going to pop this into my crease. I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher than I normally would. This is just a beautiful matte transition color. I'm next going to go into the shade Rebel, which is more of like a cool tone mauvey brown shade. And I'm just going to pop this on the outer corner of my eye just to start deepening it up a little bit. Okay, and then once that's done, I'm next going to go into the shade over here called Leader, which is like a really pretty dark kind of plum shade. And I'm just going to pop that just in the outer V of my eye, just again to deepen this up a little bit more. We're going super bold and vampy today, so we're just gonna go for it. So I kind of just place the color first and then I worry about blending it out after. So I'm just gonna use like a MAC 217 just to get pretty precise. And then once I place it, I'm gonna go back with my blending brush and just kind of soften that out just a little bit so everything blends really nicely together. And then now for the fun part, I'm going to go into the shade Firecracker, which is a really pretty like bronzy, just like a bronzy warm shade. And I'm just going to put this on the lid of my eye all over until it kind of hits like our darker colors out there. And then I'll just kind of fade those two into one another. But this is just going to look so cool. Oh yeah, I love that. So pretty. So just like so, and then to kind of spice it up a little bit more, I'm going to go into Funny Girl, which is kind of like a shimmery champagne color. And I'm just going to pop that on the centermost part of my eye just to kind of, I don't know, give it this really cool brightening effect. And on top of that bronzy shade, it's just going to look so intense and pretty. So I'm just popping that like right on my center, and you're really going to see that pop. And then if you feel like you need to just blend that out a little bit, just take your blending brush and just kind of like dust over it just so everything looks really nice and like blended. We definitely want to highlight, so I'm going to go back with like a small, precise little highlighting brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Charmer, which is just like a creamy matte white. And I'm just going to pop that underneath the brow bone like so. And then I'm going to take Funny Girl and just pop that on my inner corners just to brighten that inner corner up a little bit. Like so. And I definitely want to smudge something underneath my eye, so I'm going to take kind of like a flat, precise brush like this, and I'm going to go back into Leader, which was like that deep wine purple shade, and I'm going to pop that on the lower lash line. And then I'm also going to pop some liner on the upper lash line, so I'm going to do that really quick and I'll be right back. And then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of mascara. I'm going to take the Lash Princess from Essence, which I've mentioned in my latest haul is like my absolute favorite mascara. And I'm just gonna pop that on the upper and lower lashes. Okay, and then last but not least, for the most important part is the lip. So I'm going to be doing a liquid lip today. This is the Stila Aria liquid lip. It's a beautiful, like, deep purple color. And so I'm just going to pop this on and we'll see the completed look. Just going to finish this off with a little bit of setting spray. So I'm just going to mist this on. And that completes this look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be sure to leave everything I use down in the info bar in case you guys are interested in purchasing any of these things. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!